pretend like I did that at, like, I planned, like, where I hit the button and there's, like, a delay and then I come over here and stand. But no, that's not what happened. So we're going to pretend like it did. So everybody delete the last couple of seconds of your memory, including me saying all this, and then we're going to just pick up with, welcome back to This is Jack. Yeah, I messed up. Don't correct me. Oh, you might be getting a double feed because I just realized I have both mics playing. Hang on a second. That's good. There, I turned off one of the mics and now I'm just projecting my voice to my other microphone, which is all the way over there. I think I've stalled long enough. All right, so what this stream is about is Spotlight On. I am going to be covering different indie games when I do these streams, which I'm going to shoot for every Saturday, probably around 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Y'all know my sleep pattern if you've been to any of my streams. So, here's the part where I explain to you the game. Now, majority of the time, I will not have played the game previously. The reason I actually have an experience with this game is because this is the game that inspired me to do these kind of streams. Deal with it that I've actually played this game a little bit. And by a little bit, I probably played like the first third. Anyway, and I will be doing a new save. This is Flintlock, The Siege of Dawn. If I had remote control of my OBS, this would go ding, and you would see the name of the game right here. I'm actually going to work on that. I can actually get a little phone app that let me do shit like that. We'll get to there. Anyway, Flintlock, The Siege of Dawn. It is a Souls-like game, but I put it closer to like God of War side. Like, it's still very Souls-like, but your character is rather empowered. You don't feel like you're the underdog in every fight like you do in a majority of Souls-like games. And it does have a bit of a parry system, closer to that of Bloodborne. You have a limited number of... My cat just busted his ass playing with his new scratching post. He tried to jump on top of it, and spoilers, he can't. Anyway, there is a parry system with a flintlock pistol, which has a limited number of charges. But unlike Bloodborne, where you have to go buy more charges, this one, you accumulate them from actually hitting your opponent. There is some mystical side to it. There's this, that, and the other, and 50 other shades of gray. And here we go. We're going to be checking out this game together. I have played a little bit of it, so I do know kind of what I'm doing-ish, and I do have a decent amount of Souls-like games. Jack Dato's channel, cheap plug, then you'll know what I'm talking about. Anyway, let's go. This would also be one of those times I'd push a button on my phone and it would transition over to my other desk. Hey, look, I've got another set! This is in front of my desk instead of where I record my videos like 90% of the time. Or at least I try to. So, by the way, quick story. Once Upon a Time, the End. Now, the slightly longer version of the story is, so if you look at the thumbnail for this stream, I did it in front of a green screen because like I figured it would be easier to edit it out. The problem is, it had a lot of what's called green bleed, or whatever you want to call it. Effectively, when you try to take a picture or record in front of a green screen and you're too close to it and the green is reflecting off of your skin and whatever, you just look really green. And it took me like 30 minutes of like crash diving into color balance to figure out how to get rid of that. My cat hears me like full of energy and stuff like that. He's like, I want to play! And I'm like, I want to play with you too, but you're choosing a bad time. Anyway, so. This is the game. By the way, in case you're wondering, there's no green screen behind me. This is just a program that does that automatically. Now, it does say load game, so it looks like I'll be able to actually come back to my old save, which makes me kind of happy. We're going to do normal. I could do possessed, but I'm not going to. Start new game! Alright, let's go. Yeah, y'all see my knee, it's right here. And y'all see my kitty cat. Oh, I gotta turn on the... I had the audio turned off while I was over at the other set.
To cut the dead off forever. Alan and I volunteered. We probably won't make it back, but I would rather take my chances.
Someone decided just now to like bombard me with like 50 million Discord messages.
You deserve more than a letter you'll never receive. But we both know you would never let me go. I lived a long life, but never a full one. Not until I found you. Promise me you'll live, Nor. I'm off to earn my rest. Baz.
my friends was just checking up on me, letting me know that I should probably go get the flu shot if it's available to me, which it is, because, you know, being a disabled vet, you get it, like, they're like, hey, come get your flu shot. And I'm like, I'm pretty sure there's some people who need it more than I do. I've got a healthy immune system, for the most part. Okay, already a little loud for me. I'm old man Jack right now and can't stand loud noises. This has got a bit of a steampunk feel to it, ish. Like, you can see, like, a lot of World War I level technology in it. So I don't know why that's considered steampunk, but we're going to ignore that detail. So, I've mentioned this before on my other stream, also cheap plug. Oh, look at that butt.
No, she's not accepting anyone.
Just pretend I shoved you, alright?
What was I saying? Oh. I forgot it. It's gone.
You sent Baz and Harlan to the door to the Great Below.
I don't have time for this, Vanek.
Requesting permission to...
Denied.
What if my permission was to stay here? Huh? You don't know. You interrupted me, bitch.
The door at the same time. I'm the best upper you've got and you know it.
Return to your station.
Oh, yeah, I was doing a rewrite of, like, D&D classes. This one inspired, like, one of the classes for Artificer.
Can't have been them. The blast came from too low, wasn't nearly loud enough.
I see.
They're late, aren't they?
Just give the order. All right, then. All right. Follow the trenches to the old fort. Stop for nothing and no one, understood?
Yes, Field Marshal.
Zapparun, clear the way! No rest till dawn!
No rest till dawn!
Like, it's an interesting concept that you, like, you use a hatchet and a flintlock pistol. Now, heads up. My controller is a little jank right now. It's pulling to the left with the left joystick, so you might randomly see me Jericho randomly. I have played with the dead zone as much as I can, but it goes from 0 to 100. So I have a new controller. It should be in sometime today. So if you see like weird control movements, that's what happened. It's not the game.
Sorry to disappoint.
Command, we're down to a few hundred shots. If the sappers don't get here by tomorrow, they're not going to be a dawn at all. Whee! Slide.
Zappa! We're cut off! On it!
Firearms are powerful and used against the dead. Primary shot. Yep. Oh. Now it's giving me the rounds. Okay. I forgot this is the tutorial section. I got blowed up. Drinking. Drinking Christmas. No, wait, that's not it. There is a parry mechanic in this game too. There's the pistol disrupt right here, like this one. Like when they flash red, I can choose to. And there's also like a Devil May Cry system, like where you build like you build extra XP for lack of a better description. Here, I'll show you it. On the left-hand side, you can see the reputation build up. It's basically your XP, and you get a higher percentage the more badass you are. That percentage goes away if you get hit once, and then I can bank it. It'll keep building until I bank it. And the more badass you are while doing it, like sliding into the fight, parrying them, shit like that, it gets more better. Actually, I'm a little surprised I pulled that off, not gonna lie. The funny thing is that actually was faster up there than it was down here. And you can kill people environmentally with the explosions. Block and parry. Here's what I was talking about. You can just block and, you know, parry is just like you do it just before they would hit you normally. Ow. I hate thrusting weapons. I usually have the hardest time doing it with them. That's just an attack. Now let's parry. It's actually very forgiving. I just fucked up a lot. And you can, except for the red flashing attacks, you can parry just about any attack. Which there's actually some fights where that's almost required to know because, yeah, these are the red attacks I was talking about.
Come and get it.
What the pits are you doing here?
Okay. Gameplay is really solid in this game. To me, the gameplay is extremely solid. Story's pretty interesting. We haven't even gotten to the part where it starts getting really interesting.
No, please.
Basically, these gods are like invading from the land of dead and stuff like that. And you're a sapper, which is just effectively like you are an elite soldier, but you're an elite at making things go boom.
Small favors.
Nor go back.
What in the pit?
What have you done?
Getting us through.
Those gouges in the wall are glowing. Why are they glowing?
Souls below.
These bodies, they've been here for years. The dead must have gotten them while they were fleeing the city.
They look smashed. Toyed with. The dead don't do that.
So basically, this portal opened up and a bunch of undead started spilling out. So we're trying to seal the portal. This is a bunch of sappers, like the best of the best kind of sapper thing.
Everyone get clear!
Dark Souls terms, this is a bunch of chosen undead who are all together trying to stop something. And this person looks upsetty spaghetti. Guardian of the Door. Ominous name. Oh, look at the little chicken legs. I do like that mask.
Hey! Hey, Harlan! You still with me?
Yes! That thing is...
Snap out of it, Harlan!
No rest till dawn! No rest till dawn!
No rest till dawn!
Shoot the explosives. That's actually something that annoys the hell out of me in a lot of games. I am curious if there actually is a way. This is a you have to lose fight, by the way.
Gotta get up!
No, I'm not torturing my cat. There's just a shut door that he wants in. Yeah, there's nothing you can do. Oh, you did too well. Shoot the explosives. Shoot the explosives. Explosives, you shoot. That's something that annoys me in a lot of like animes and games, where like you let the enemy charge up, you let the like something happen that makes the enemy more dangerous or something. Probably like one of the most recent examples of something that annoyed the fuck out of me with it is why does no one remember me in this world? Once again, I'm not torturing that cat. He's just wanting in a room that's got a door shut. And cats are like, oh, that's a door shut? I want to be in there. Zane, stop it.
Harlan, don't!
Where in the pits am I? You wouldn't know, would you?
Follow me.
I'm sorry, what?
Hey, wait!
I dragged you out of the river. You were unconscious for a while.
Out of... was there anyone else with me?
You were alone. No matter. You'll have to do.
Do? What am I going to do, exactly?
Your kind meddled where you shouldn't. Destroyed the barrier that kept the gods contained.
What barrier? You mean that shimmering wall?
So it was you.
We couldn't... I didn't know.
The damage is done. Now you must mend it. The god you unleashed is called Uru. It is his army of the dead that has been laying waste to Dawn. The source of all your suffering.
And how is it that you know all of this?
Because I am a god too.
You! Tiny, talking...
Yeah, if a fox says it's a god, it's always a trickster god, just a heads up.
There are lesser and greater gods. My name is Enki. You...
Yeah,
probably
Enki.
haven't
Great,
heard of me.
comforting. I actually know what he is.
Consider me your chance at redemption.
Your kind ravaged my city. My world. Killed everyone I've ever loved. Every breath I take from here on will be spent exacting my revenge on the gods.
Once again, I swear I'm not torturing that cat.
Nothing.
Death to gods.
Alone, you stand no chance against a god. Let me help you.
If you're a god, you're one of them. Why would I do anything to help someone I've sworn to kill?
If it's vengeance you want, I'll give it to you. As long as Uru is free, your world is in mortal peril. Help me seal him away. Stem the tide of destruction. It's the least you can do.
Notice it's like a fox thing, but it's got feathers.
You have a deal. Any hint of trickery and I'll be burying this axe into your skull.
I would expect nothing less.
Now how do we get out of here?
This way.
Now here's where some of the more fantastical, cool abilities you get come up.
I never asked your name.
No. My name's Norm.
And the axe. That's not a woodcutter's tool.
I'm a sapper. I fight in trenches, tunnels. Lots of uses for an axe down there.
You're a capable warrior.
I'm efficient.
Come here. Hand me some of your black powder.
What for?
You'll see. Good. Now, try keeping up.
All right, here's where the skill tree. There's actually, I think there's a middle one. Yeah, there's a middle one that shows up I don't have yet. It involves dealing with the actual fox itself. But now I have some of the cool abilities.
Keep up how?
What was that?
I infused it with an inkling of magic. It should help us get around.
Gives an excuse for why you can double jump in this game, and it's actually really cool.
Uru the Ravager.
A title he's rightfully earned.
It was in every storybook they read to me when I was bad.
And now he's loose.
Basically, they're telling me I can use my double jump to cancel the fall and not take any damage. You can also use the forward parry. Because you also have like an extra dash, a double dash, or a double dodge, you could call it. That can do it too, because it cancels your falling momentum. This is why I said it leans more onto the fantastical side. For when I really need a nuke an area. You get other ones. I've gotten one of the other ones that's much cooler later.
Where is this place? How far are we from the trenches?
Things have changed while you were unconscious. You should best see them for yourself.
Priming enemies. With Ankei's help, you can defeat enemies by building a priming gauge. I'll show you what that looks like here in a second. So basically, I can target them, and then have him build up a charge on them. If it's full,
That won't go down so easily.
I can insta-kill them effectively.
Help speed up the process.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do the spoilers. He's a god of death. He can help me strip them of their armor too. One of the other ways to strip them is to oh, won't let me parry him. Okay. Damn it. Yeah, because he doesn't... Oh, he does have a charge. Okay. Yeah, once you fill up the purple bar, you're able to just rip the armor right off them. If they have a shield, you can also rip the shield off, too. Same way. So, like, the game doesn't, like, go, oh, you have to learn how to fight this way and this way and this way. Here I can unlock different skills based on, like, the XP I've been gathering. I don't have... oh, I actually do have enough for one thing. So I can get Ren Spear. When you make an unarmored enemy float in the air. I can make my... when I'm coming out of a dodge, or I can make my range attack more better. I'm going with physical, because that just built... And the more points you put into any particular skill tree, the more that type of attack gets more better. And this does have a fast travel system, so very user-friendly. Compared to most Souls-like, I actually find this to be one of the easier ones.
Smoke. This is way past the trenches. The Coalition would never.
The dead spilled out of the door when Uru was freed.
This is another cool feature.
Not even stand a chance.
What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to free the Hamlet. There are different reasons. Some of them are actually being held by bandits. Sometimes they're being held by undead assholes, like this one. You just saw right there, my controller was starting to spasm out. Yeah, that's cool. It's okay. I'm just looking for the leader. Cool. Didn't get away fast enough. I should probably heal. There we go. There we go. See, I told you it was easy. I'm just being brutal on this one. I'm not even like being serious. And there we go. I just unlocked. This is just a new safe place.
Call everyone back.
And yes, the center to every hamlet is the coffee shop. I'm not joking. Every merchant is at the coffee shop. It's almost like I built every hamlet.
Dad came over us like
Speaking of coffee.
if it hadn't been for you.
Let's not celebrate just yet. This whole mess is far from over.
In the meantime,
I know. And every time you free a hamlet, you do get one extra use of your healing flasks. Mostly what she sells is just cosmetics. They don't make a difference. As far as I know, they don't.
stay safe.
Those below really is you. Over here.
Baz, your leg.
Blast took most of it. I knew you'd make it.
Did anyone else? Did Harlan?
He fought to the end.
No.
I'm sorry, no.
Yeah, basically the rest of her squad's dead. I'm going to boil that up for you.
I saw.
He's a god.
Is that so? Tell me, little god. Can we wipe the dead away with one? If we're going up against an army, 3 peaks,
That's a month.
2 weeks. If you cut through,
Lead them.
Travel to 3
Worst
peaks.
fears came true. When the coalition's lines broke, the dead spilled into the world. It took every treacherous back road I knew to dodge their hordes. To push them back, we'd need an army.
Sorry, I'm popping my
The only place that
wrists.
still had one was 3 Peaks. A hard place, breeding harder people. Its knights are the oldest and greatest army in the world. Conquered most of it even. Now they rest on their laurels, rich off the fortune in black powder under the kneeling keep. 2 grueling weeks later, we were in sight of their capital, the city of Rit. Let's hope they'll help us save the world. Maybe then Nor will forgive herself.
Now, you do get some really cool equipment in here. Thankfully, I do know this one, so I can tell you it. This was going to be a shorter one than my normal spotlights on, just because I have played this one,
We've barely had
and I'm able to like show you the things I already know.
get some food in you.
The coalition needs that army, Baz. The sooner we...
Can you hold on until I've checked your...
They're fine, Baz.
Just needs a bit of wood.
This is just teaching me how you can do some upgrading. He does all your upgrading. He travels from camp to camp.
An interesting find.
Thankfully, there's not like 50 million different upgrade materials. It's just sulfur, wood, and iron. That's it. That's it. That's all I've come across as crafting material.
Right then. Let me take...
And of course, upgrade my melee weapon. Now, the more you upgrade them, they actually start getting additional effects. And there's other weapons you do get. There's one that I got, hitting your opponent like a certain amount of times, like I think it was like just 2 or 3, would set them on fire. So there's like a lot of different versions of these weapons. There's a hammer you do get that's specialized in hitting people in armor. You do get a straight musket for like head sniping people, which, as we all know, muskets are super accurate.
You should.
I'm all right.
The bridge is gone.
There is a blunderbuss. You do not a blunderbuss too, but
Touch that skull for me.
All right.
I forget what it was, but it's basically a giant arbalist. I think it's an arbalist with just a giant fuck off cannon. Instead of making y'all read that. This.
What was that?
It's called a rift. On to the next one.
Is this even safe?
Mostly, yes.
Souls below. I can get used to this.
Yep.
You might just have to.
Basically, that's the quick way of getting around, because you can fast travel, but being able to do that helps.
Outlander, state your...
I need to see the judges. It's urgent.
The coalition has been...
Since when?
See, I'm not doing anything, but the turning is my controller.
Do not resist.
This is ridiculous.
Bailiff restraint. Stop her in Rama's name.
Yep. Hi, Sawyer. Yep, I wanted to do a start my Spotlight on series, and I figured this was probably one of the best games, because it also is the game that inspired me to run it, or to start doing this series.
Another one, and the knights are on her side already. I have to stop her, Enki. Before I can get to Uru, I have to stop her.
Perhaps Baz fared better.
Alright, so something that this game does, like a lot of Souls-likes, is it does allow you to loop around. Like, I can't open that gate right now, but I can eventually. Like, so, like to me, a mark of a good Souls-like is something like Dark Souls 1 was really good at, and Surge is actually really good at, where you open up shortcuts back to where you've already been, so that you don't have to have like 50 million different respawn points. You just have one or two. You just have one or two that you're able to keep reaccessing.
Get a promotion.
So, now I gotta remember where to actually go. Oh, and this has something that almost no Dark Souls game ever has. A fucking map. We were talking about the shielded assholes earlier. And he lost his shield. Like, no, seriously, think about it. When was the last time you, like, how often do you see a Souls-like game have a fucking map that actually tells you how to get around? Like, sometimes it's like, oh, here's generically where everything is. But it doesn't give you a goddamn hint on the actual pathway.
There's another god. She's in the peaks and...
It's worse than that. Ramuha's in the Kneeling Keep itself coming.
Yeah, see my point?
We need to leave.
I'm not going.
What about you, Enki? Are you going to let her drag you?
Not to my death, certainly.
Well, you aren't going to get anything done unless you get into Rit. We need someone to sneak us in. His name is Young.
Like that's ever. All I need is a barrel of black powder, and I can.
There's a fort down the road. If the night...
There we go. Now, this won't be a particularly long version of Spotlight on. Next week, I'm planning on doing Hollow Body, I think its name is. Like I have it in my Steam account, so I just can't remember what it is. And it's going. That one is a horror game. That one's gonna be a much longer stream because I have a lot more to show off. There, I have my ultimate again. Oh, here's something that's kind of cool. You basically can pick up, they're called favors, and they give you different bonuses. This one it gives me a better reputation. Horror survival, more akin to like the original Resident Evil 1 and 2. Like, not the remakes, the originals. Fixed camera and everything. I don't like jump scare horrors. Like, I like watching like Markiplier play FNAF, but I won't play it myself. Just because it feels repetitive. I like watching his reactions because he's fucking hilarious. I can't wait for my new controller to come in today. Unfortunately, that broke my budget, so I don't have as much fun money as I wanted to. But that's fine. I have enough for what I needed to do. I'm just going to bitch about it. Pretty sure I can get up and over that wall. Let's find out. Oh, or I can just walk through the front gate. Shut up.
Watch out, Nor.
Oh, you're trying to kill me. Ow. Ah, I shot you in the face. I need a... Why did that randomly fall just now? I think my apartment's haunted. Yeah, like, that's why I put this, like... Yeah, this feels like it's an interesting balance between, like, a Sekiro speed game or a Bloodborne speed game and a normal Dark Souls game. Leaning maybe towards the side of a God of War game, because your character does feel like a badass by default.
Look at this.
And as I was talking about the axe that causes burning, it's this one right here. And you can have 2 axes equipped at a time and switch them in the middle of combat. So if like you're fighting a whole bunch of armored fucks and then all of a sudden you're not, you can switch out in the middle of the fight. See?
Mine is what it is.
See? So, yeah, this game is very fluid. It's very good. It's a lot of fun. Like, legitimately, if you're someone who normally doesn't like Souls-like games, I would actually say still give this a try. Because it even has an easy mode for you. If you're like, no, I really just don't want to, like, bang my head against the wall like a normal Souls-like. Mind you, I'm playing on normal right now. And I have a lot of experience playing Souls-like, so... That part is I like Anki, but I'm pretty confident he betrays you at some point.
I'll take you to pieces.
Do you enjoy it?
Killing's dirty work, Enki. I only do it because I have to.
I see. Then how should I kill Ramuha when we get to her?
Quick as you can. Back of the head and break the heart. No one does it. No matter what.
I think he was probing her with that question to see if she wanted revenge or not. I like that. Kills. Go ahead and upgrade all that. Go ahead and hit rest. This also does something that I do enjoy that Sekiro also does. It doesn't reset everything until you tell it to rest. Ow. Thought I dodged that. Oh yeah, the birds. I fucking hate these birds.
You and Baz are close. He's your father, correct?
I had a father. A mother, too. Lost them a few months after the dead invaded. If Baz hadn't found me, I'd have followed them right after.
How odd. We're only alive thanks to the kindness of a stranger.
Don't gods do that?
Our own volition.
Dick. Yeah. No! Oh, there we go. So I did that for nothing. Got it. Cool. Awesome. But yeah, the movement in this game I fucking love. Like, that's probably like the best feature about it. Is... It's just legitimately the feeling... And the world doesn't feel empty. That's another interesting detail about it.
Way of the world. I fought and killed to get them in the first place.
And now they're yours? Or will you give them back?
It's not that simple, Enki.
Like, you get it programmed in your head with a lot of Souls games that if you jump from that height, you're going to die. This one, you can break your fall. As long as it's technically still within the world, you can do it. And then here's Baz, who follows me everywhere and can upgrade my shit. You later on get a guy who can upgrade your armor, because you get to change. You actually get to wear armor. I'm not wearing any right now. And this is like a weird mini game that I haven't dicked around with, so don't ask me about it. Or actually, no, this may be a quest giver.
Some Sebo to pass the time.
Yep, Sabo. I have no interest in that. Let's look at the map, see where I'm going. Where I came from, but where am I going? Where'd you come from? Where'd you go? Where'd you come from, Katnaju? Oh, I gotta talk to Bat, so I actually do have to talk to the old man. I would play until I defeated my first god, but that's actually a little ways in.
This
Where in the pits did you find it?
bandit tried to mug me when I was... You haven't used one of those in a...
They're not close and personal.
Then you're long...
So, I've never been a fan of Gwent. So here's the thing: your gun is always unloaded by default. So it has a mini game where you have to load it. It'll always load it. See, I unfortunately, once again, my controller's jerking.
I think I'm getting the hang of this.
Give it a couple more tries, just to be sure.
Because once again, my controller's dying. My new one comes in today, so steadying is very difficult right now. Or precision is difficult.
Got something else for you too. Before I forget, here's a breaching barrel. Can never have enough of them.
What would I ever do?
Learn to climb.
I'm not a fan of Gwent though. Like playing Witcher 3, I'm not a fan of Gwent. Like, mind you, I do like playing like Magic the Gathering and Yu-Gi-Oh and stuff like that. Pokemon, I was never a fan of. There. God damn it, I had to waste 3 shots. Thankfully I get those back.
Hey, me. My legs are killing me. Cover for me while I lay down, will ya?
This is one of my favorite things. Just that animation of you just putting somebody out of their misery. Dick. I don't know what the conscription buttons are for, so don't ask me. I'm just gonna go ahead and rest. Because unfortunately, the musket, the actual full-on musket rifle thing, has finite ammo. You don't get it back unless you rest. Alright, we're gonna save this Hamlet.
Let's get this over.
Alright, bird died. Oh yeah, this Hamlet.
Do not let your guard down for a moment.
This one I died on a lot because of the goddamn birds. Not that I'm aware of. Although I doubt it. It doesn't feel like it would have a PvP side to it. Okay, that's bullshit. You shouldn't be able to jump out of the screen like that. Bullshit! I dodged that. No, I can glance up and read. For lack of better thankfully this game actually does pause. For lack of better description, sometimes I'll look up, glance, and take a mental photograph and then just read it in my mind. That's how I do it when I'm playing all Dark Souls games. That's how I'm able to do that while playing Dark Souls. I've got really good, I've got a shitty memory, but I've got a pretty good, at remembering images. Dick. Alright, so that's where I'm actually trying to be. Got it. Oh. I feel like I'm floating over this chunk of land a little bit. There is a boss. I've killed him before. Like, I've done this section before. It's just, I can't remember where he's at. So yeah, it's just marking the whole area. Okay, so he's up there like I thought. Okay. Right now I'm fighting my controller because it keeps trying to make me run to the left. I'm out of heals, though, unfortunately.
Let's get this done.
I'm not playing your game. You're playing my game. All that lovely armor you had, it's gone. Yeah, it's a boss. I had a health bar and everything. That's a boss.
Let's try the coffee shop. Maybe the Forge Master's there.
Once again, I love that this game, the center of every town is nothing more than the coffee shop. Wow. It's almost like I built the society.
Always a treat to see you.
I think it's my new controller having just shown up. Anyway, so that's this game. Like normally for these I would do much longer. Hang on, we're gonna do this the right way. We're gonna do this the right way. Hang on. Oh, wrong button. I think I can do this. I've got my other camera set up. Yay! This is my other studio. All right. So this has been Flintlock, the Siege of Dawn, or whatever. Recommend y'all take a look at it. It's on Steam. I think it's like 30, 40 bucks. I don't know what its current price is. I bought it when it was on sale. But I do recommend getting it. It's a good Souls-like. It's a relatively easy Souls-like in my opinion. It doesn't have like a lot of diverse choices in like the ways you fight. I have one-handed weapon. It's either an axe or a hammer. I haven't seen a sword. I have flintlock pistol, and then I have musket or an arbalist, and you can actually switch them out on the fly. And it's got like magicness with Monkey or whatever his name is. So I do recommend you get this game. It's like 30, 40 bucks on Steam. I'm pretty sure it's also on Epic. I don't know if it's on any consoles. I'm pretty sure it is. But yeah, get it. I recommend with a controller because like Souls-like games need a controller. Like, subscribe, share.